So, good morning, darlings. So, let me talk about my YouTube journey while I'm getting ready to go to work. So, the very first channel I had on hold was a channel called Sun. It was basically about black history, it was about black people, and all of that. That was my very first YouTube channel, right? Um, I think the last time I stopped, the last video I posted, I had about 500 subscribers or 300. I don't want to lie. I just stopped post that because it was something that I was into at the time, which was history, but I wasn't feeling connected to it because I couldn't explain it myself. I wanted it to my face to be the brand, right? So never mind, that was my very first one. And my second YouTube channel was, I post that link in my post, was about me. It was about vlogging or blogging. I thought I had the personality, the energy, the artisticity, whatever the word is, to be able to, show how I live and show my lifestyle, show how fun I could be, and make billions of dollars. But in the middle of me doing that, I was going to parties at that time too. I was a Rasta, of course. In the middle of me doing that, I, had a spiritual awakening, and I had to do a humiliation ritual. And when I did the humiliation ritual, that was the end of that channel because people started to say I'm mental, I'm mad, I'm crazy, I'm sick, I'm a molester, all these different things. Because the last video I posted on that channel was my video for a humiliation ritual. And that was just a video exposing my families. And yeah, that is that. That is my second channel. And then my third YouTube channel was about, as I said, me. Um, so my third YouTube channel was about the first channel. I delete all the videos of the first channel, use the same subscriber to try to build a fan base, and I was posting about affirmation, how I see myself, how I want to be seen, what kind of man I want to attract, stuff like that. But that didn't go nowhere because my face not short, I had to. I can't have no sound in the background to enable for that to work. So I buy a mic, doing my little thing in my small apartment, but then I was living in the ghetto, so it was pure gunshot. I use the plain what is it called that? The plain voiceover to cut out that, and plain shows are represent elevation. But that after a while, with my living situation, I did have to start doing that. And then I start this channel now. And when I started this channel, I had no subscribers, so I get my mother to subscribe to me. I'm a driver. And then I went to work the same day I start and get my co-worker to subscribe to that. I left that job a long time ago. So I had 6 subscribers, and that was good enough for me. I was just posting what I eat, what I do every day, who I am, what I think, and all of that. But I come out and I was natural. As I see, I'm natural now. So I was natural, so people deem me as boring. I couldn't show no morning routine or night routine. I ain't living no life that they not living. So I did think I wasn't worth seeing, but it was YouTube become something that I love, something that I was passionate about, something that I just love to do if no one watching. I would watch over my video, I would laugh, I watch over my video and I'll fall in love with myself even more. So yeah, so basically that, and then I met a guy, a Rasta guy, and the first day I met him, I was like, I'm not interested because you can't mentally stimulate me. And he used that information against me, come back and tell me study hard. I was like, oh my god, you study hard? He's a poet. He study hard. He's a poet. He is a musician. He was just picking my brain. He was just feeding me some kind of information. What is like it was so hard for me to obtain at the time. And I was like, oh my God, I'm in love. I feel like I'm not in love with a person. I'm more in love with the information, like the mind. I was like, oh my God, let me just do this because you just like somebody tell me that term already. Mind fuck. I heard that from somebody. The same person teach me vital is vital. That was when I was 15 years old. I learned that from that person. I love that person. But forget that. But anyway, so so I was like, oh, you could do that? I was like, can you write a song for me for my YouTube channel? And he was like, what is the niche? And I was like, what is the what? The niche. And I was like, well, the niche is me, I'm the brand, I vlogging, that is what that is about. And he was like, you need a niche, because even if today you post about what fruits you eat, and tomorrow you post about what food you eat. Like you keep trying to say every day you're posting something. He asked me one day, why would I want to advocate and all them things? He was no. We started. I didn't like him anymore. 'Cause after a while, he come off gay to me, and he was. So we was quarreling, and he was just hitting me, like, what are you about? What you advocating? You're talking about here on YouTube. What is all about? You don't even know blah blah blah. You're just posting every day blah blah blah. And that's when I come out. That's when I started sitting with myself and asking myself, what I want my thing to be about. I want it to be about me. Why is my brand? I want me to be the brand. But then I realized, you know, if I to be the brand, it gonna take me a while. So I'm like, what can be the brand? And then I'm like, Jamaica. Jamaica is a brand by itself. That's the secret. And bam. First, it didn't start like that. I was just started to talk about what's going on in the world, Gaddafi, what's going on in Africa, because my biggest crush is Ibrahim Traoré. They say I'm not pronouncing his name right. He was my biggest crush. So me being crushing, me have crushing on him, just keep me to just know what's going on in the world. Because I just so I didn't really like him. And then from that, I started to see what's going on in Jamaica. And as a Jamaican in Trinidad for so while, I didn't really know what was going on in Jamaica. And then I realized I don't want to talk about the bad news, the killing. I don't want that. I don't want that to be my reality. So I talk about the positivity, the musician, the heart, just positive, anything upbringing, anything could lead the people, the masses in the rightful way, in their rightful way. Anything could stimulate the mind somewhere or the other. Anything could plant a seed too, you know. And here am I. So, anyways, I go to work. So I didn't put no gel in my hair. As I said, I went out last night with a friend of mine. So I washed my hair and then I curled it down. Went out last night. It was supposed to be a double date, but whoever they were setting me up on didn't came. She thought I wasn't it because my hair natural, I natural. But she negatively asking me all the questions. Listen, this ladies, don't feel like you're more than a woman because you have an away. Don't feel you're more pretty because you could paint it too and you could afford to do this. And a real man don't watch that. I think a real man watch beneath all of that. I think a real man watch your skin. If a man want to see you as a wife, he gonna think about you being the mother of his child. So you gonna watch your skin, you gonna watch how you talk, or you carry yourself, all these different things. And that what happened with my friend last night because she thought she had on wig and a whole bit of makeup. She gonna get all the attention. And when I stepped out last night, it's all the attention was on me because I was natural and authentic. And yeah. So I ended up going to my bed like that, and I tried forced to comb out my hair. Right now, my hair really more than that. I just couldn't get to do anything to it much this morning, but I put some coconut oil in it because I want to go in the sun today, and because I want to water with the coconut oil. So when I go in the sun, 2 weeks from now it will grow. I don't want to put no gel in it and stuff, so that's why it looking like when I was going to Central, like when I was 16. No curls, no nothing. And yeah, that's that. So see you when I see you. Thank you.